Oh, I figure it's high time I do something about this. Under power, I'm getting this noise now. I'm hoping that it's hydraulic lifters. It sort of sounds like it's under power and making some noise, and sort of feels like it's. So you can get these satchels of a 1 litre for $10. Under power, it sort of makes this noise, and then it sort of sounds like it's a maybe a loose bolt in the exhaust or something like that. But I find that, see, for quite a few months now, under braking or going downhill, I get my oil light on, so obviously it's low, right? But when I'm going uphill, and just today I was making that noise again, and as I was thinking, shit, I better sort this out. As I was going uphill, I figure the oil in the sump is going like that, so it's getting enough. It's, and at higher revs, at low revs, it's not making a noise, right? So I'm thinking, shit, this is mechanical, or it could be just gases and loose bolts and exhaust and making noise. It could be that. So I figure the sump goes on that angle as I'm going uphill, and then the noise cut out. So I'm thinking the oil pump's getting more oil to the lifters that need it as they're under higher revs, something like that. But anyways, the gods just spoke to me again. I saw this kid on one of these exercise bikes here, and I looked at him, and he's having a blast on that. And I go, I wonder how much they are. And he was on this one. And see, I had 3 of them. I sold one at the market just yesterday, and a lady came round to my warehouse throughout the week, and she bought one too off me, and I'm a fraction of what they are. And people don't want dealings are so bloody heavy. That's a real lightweight thing. If I can get something lightweight like that. Now I've got one of these dealies here, and there's this old bloke that bought one of these off me. He's well keen for that too. I didn't go today the market because of the threat of rain. So the gods told me I had to go to the Hakazaki Ginger anyway. And here I am sitting there, and I'm going to go and get something sorted out. I've already got that on the cards, and that won't take long. I can get that done. Here I am sitting there, and I'm like, whoa, the offroadvideos.com, they've got the Supercross races. They've got the Triple Crown going on in, what was it, Indianapolis this week, and I'm like, oh shit. And that fucking beeline cut into me. I go, whoa, I could just go get a bottle of vodka right now, just right now, and sit here, and then it can be quite overpowering, the beeline, when you just think like that and just go boom straight to the booze, and that could end up in a 3-week fucking nightmare, waking up just throwing up all over myself. And I'm thinking, I'm in work time mode right now, which thankfully was able to overpower that thought. And the key element to this, to conquer alcoholism, is to stay and remain occupied. So I said to myself, right, I'm going to go and do something right now. My heels are all fucked up, so I'm wearing these cushion boots right now. Because I was thinking I could get my tablet thing and go for a real long walk and read my World War I history books and stuff on the tablet as I walk. But my heels are all fucking like, right, got to do something. Okay. Get occupied, get to the warehouse, get some work done, and just stay occupied. So thankfully that overrode the because the beeline is very difficult not difficult, it's easy, just you got to have that mindset, but you gotta have to be occupied. Now to be occupied, you could just go for a walk, that's free, right? So to be occupied, that's how you conquer alcoholism. That's, I'm an expert in the field. I've been drunk fucking 1,000 times. Most of my adult life has just been living in the nightmare. Yeah, I fucking love it. Plenty of times, love being drunk. But next time I get drunk, it's going to be for a reason. And just go for a fucking load up with beers and go for a real long scenic walk for all night or whatever in the heat of summer or whatever. So then the next day your head don't feel too good, but physically you feel frickin' awesome, That's the next time I do that. And you're not drinking strong spirits or wine, just beer, and you're just slashing so many times in the middle of the night, and you're watching the ocean and the humid heat wind at 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh, the feeling when you get it on your mane and you just feel wonderful. And then you're pissing it out consistently, constantly pissing it all out. So that's the only sort of willingness I have, because right now I'm in work mode, and work mode, thankfully, it's far more, it's more powerful. I didn't know you could. I noticed a slice line in mine. I'm still going to use it for ages, but look at that. Oh, there. That's a good deal. $46, and you get shit. I didn't expect it to be that cheap. That's the exact size of mine. Gomu mat. Gomu mat. Gomu means rubber mat. Shit, look how cheap that is, eh? I've never had one of these. They're $100. That wouldn't be bad though, eh? I just use tarps. Oh, that's cheaper. It's alright, $63. Fucking hell. Nice. Alright, hopefully I'll fix this rig. If this doesn't solve the issue, I'll have to jack her up and get under it or whatever. And see if it's just the exhaust, loose exhaust. Oh, yeah, so being motivated, and at this time of year I've just got that just work mode. I have that desire to do shit and solve all these issues and fix all this stuff. And anyways, I want to go to the auction house on Tuesday, so I think they're telling me that I can get some more of this stuff. And although, see, people don't want to deal with it because it's so heavy and big and fucking it's awkward, and it's a mendoxai, it's a bother. But I sort of help people, it helps me, I make a little bit of dough out of them. Good effort to physically to carry these things and take them to markets and shit. And I help these other people that really need these sort of things. Because when you get older, you start to get paralysis and shit, and so you've got to keep moving. That's why the Japanese, you see a lot of Japanese old people, especially in the better weather, and they're jogging, they're walking, old people, they're into marathon, and they walk for frickin' miles, and that's what they do. These things are fantastic, the vibratory things. I've had one of these. A chap came round and he bought some things off me, and he said, oh, what do you want for that? And I told him the price, and he said, yeah, that's a good deal. And he said, oh, I want it for my girlfriend because she's fat. We both just laughed at ourselves. That was great. These things, honestly, they're freaking great. My lower back's been damaged for many a year, since 03, around there, and this thing goes like this, and you can just feel just freaking awesomeness feeling in your back, you know, and that's bloody great. I've even got one of these that was thrown in. It was in this cage of shit that I bought. So $80, eh? And it was in this cage of shit, and I didn't want it until I realised just how fantastic. Mine has got a bar here too, so you can step up on the bar, which is better, I reckon, than this. And then you can hang from there, right? And don't know what that's in aid of. What's that in aid of? Or maybe it do something. And then you hang off there and stretches your lower back. Oh, it feels awesome. And instead of jumping down and messing with the nerves of your back, which happens with me, I can just ease down on the bar thing and then step down from it. So it's really great. A bloke came around and bought this boxing thing off me, and it's fun punching into that. And I was thinking, and I actually said on video, I said, oh shit, I hope he doesn't want me. So I still got it. Oh, there you go. Alright, so let's see if we can solve this issue. And yeah, this is just a matter of just staying occupied, you know. And I was able to override that feeling. Because earlier today, I made it to like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I was really sleepy. I'm sitting there by the heat, and I'm just so sleepy. I said, fuck this. So I jumped into bed and woke up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I was like, oh, fuck, I don't want to mess up all my hours. But what we got now? It's 7 now. So I'm going to put in like 5 hours work or something, and see if I can get crash again. And I'm just really pleased that I was able to override that ease of just going to get a bottle of vodka and a few beers. Oh fuck, a few beers would be okay right now, but I just know that I'm not ready to go, I can have a couple of beers and then that's it. Okay, that's enough. Because it's got to turn into a Shakespearean tragedy. It just has to. Is this seems like the kind of thing, but not as good. Bought one of these off my mate the other day, didn't I? Like for that one's $36 and that one's $15. Hey, 100 yen was once $1 at some stage. I just look at it. It's just easier for me to just go cut off 2 digits and go $11. Obviously, I recognise what it actually is. Righto. But yeah. You know, I'm not the type that, yeah, it's got to end up in a Shakespearean tragedy. I wake up in jail and say, hey, what the fuck am I doing here? Oh, you were drunk last night and we figured we better pull you off the street. Then they find me to be fucking hilarious and all my jailies were fucking, hey man, you're cool. Anyways, let's do this with piano. Righto. I like what those blokes do, like all those junkyard digs dudes and all them. They're like, oh, let's just go to O'Reilly's, and they're in the car park and of these places. And O'Reilly's sounds like a good deal. Fuck, they've got everything there. And in the car park, they fix their shit, and sometimes they accidentally pour oil all over the ground. Alright, let's do this. Let's get some oil into this rig. Now, I find this fucking thing is still underneath my rig. I've been waiting for it to break and just to piss off. There's this bamboo fucking stuff that's all stuck up under here. Now that was making some noise, but maybe that's got something to do with the rattling noise of the exhaust. Let's go fucking chuck it over there. I doubt it, but it was scraping on the ground and making some funny noise, but it's sort of broken away enough. Yeah, you can go file that over there. Yeah. Alright, let's get this oil in this rig and soldier on. So stay occupied. If you've got a bit of a problem with the booze or drugs or whatever, see, drug addicts are very similar to alcoholics. They I don't think I'm actually, some people might think I'm an alcoholic. I don't think so, because if I can override it, if I really want to and need to, I can. An alcoholic is someone that can't. So me, I fucking love getting drunk. I love it. You know, there's a big difference between if you can't and you can. But yeah, I have let it take over a lot of influence, a lot of my life, if you will. But you see drug addicts, you know, like when all those dudes on Kensington Street, you know, some dudes interviewing, so when are you going to get clean? And you see their brains are just like, oh yeah, just, I hope to get clean, I want to get clean. You can just see it in them. They're thinking, can't wait to get my next hit. I'll get clean after that, you know, once that's over with, once I come down off it or whatever, you know. You can see they're on the beeline. Their brains on the beeline are just boom, and nothing is stopping that. So that's the beeline where it takes over, fully takes control of the mind, and it says right, straight to the booze, or straight to the drugs, or straight to the drugs and booze, and that's the beeline. And that's something you've got to be able to overcome and go, right, I can override that. How do you do it? Just sitting there doing nothing ain't going to help. Right? Like a hungry fat chick, addicted to sugars and fake sugars and all that shit in the processed shit and all the fucking fertilizers, all the fucking garbage and all that, the shit they pump into animals to make them bigger, quicker, and just all the fucking compiled components of composite components of all the shit that goes into all that, right? And there's fucking millions of them that are the same, and they're on the beeline, and they just you know, they're stuck onto that. And you see when she's eating and she's looking at the next fucking victim to shove in its gob, because it's on the beeline, and it won't won't override that at all. Some people just won't ever heal themselves. They can't. Well, they could, but they just, the will to do so is gone, right? And a lot of it takes will. Fucking A, it takes will. But if you're occupied, not just staring at fucking TV, I'm talking about being occupied, right? Looking at the issues and problems of your life and go, right, I'm going to fix that shit. Thus spake the great sage of the East. Right then, hopefully we'll be able to deal with this issue. It might help. Let's see now. Yeah, you over there. Yeah, I'll give it a minute or so to just by doing so close to my rig. That's the wisest ways to walk through a car park, isn't it? We've got to stay away from cars and trucks. Especially trucks, you got to make sure that the drivers can see you and they're not preoccupied with other shit. Let's just go down here, shall we? Phew! Under power was making that noise. Ooh. And it's not making that noise already. I thought it would take a little while for the oil to make it happen. Well, I think I've already solved the issue. 1 litre of oil. I believe I have, but I'd like to get under power again. Ooh. And find out. There's a really cool statue just in there. Right. Hey, staying occupied. A bit worried about my hours, because I probably slept about, like, boom out for about 3 hours or something like that. So what I've got to do is exhaust myself. So do a lot of shit. Under power. Done. Solved. Issue solved. Solved. Man shit. Fucking man shit. Real man fucking shit. Man shit. There you go. So yeah, the indication to me was that when I was under braking, right, just on a flat, the oil would move towards the front of the sump, so I presume that the oil pump is at the rear of the sump, and so going uphill. Nice. See, this thing's got hydraulic lifters and for valves. They're non-adjustable. They adjust themselves. Anyways, issue solved. 980 yen. Fucking solved that, didn't we? Alright. Been meaning to do that for months. Yeah, as I was going uphill, I'll just drive uphill all the time, and I won't worry about going downhill. That way I won't have a car problem. Someone out there's going, oh, he said that, he thinks he's just going to drive uphill all the time. What a fucking idiot. Yeah. Right, get your 10th one. Okay, now, let's solve that issue. Alright, let's get to the warehouse, shall we? And put in a nice 5 hour. I want to leave it like 1 o'clock in the morning. Get back to the ranch. Maybe I'll get back at midnight and then watch an hour's worth of freaking awesome races, and maybe more than an hour's worth of racing. Exhaust myself. So I'll look forward to that, right? I was thinking of sitting there watching it. I was sitting there watching a bottle of vodka, and a bottle of vodka still reels in my head. Then I was thinking, nah, what I'll do is I'll leave that for something, leave that entertainment for something I can, like, I can't wait to get the work done first, and then have the excitement of watching that. And while I was on the throne again, I went to have a look at the bullshit news to see what the liars are trying to get the monkeys that believe them to think. And sometimes they chuck in stuff that I want due to the algorithm, and I was lucky that they didn't have any spoilers, because there's a thing where you can find out the the Supercross standings, where the riders stand as far as points are concerned. I didn't want to look at that. I don't want any spoiler alerts, so I'm going to savor that awesomeness of awesome. Get some work done and get something sorted out, something fixed, and right. See you later. Something I want to remind myself to say. I have something to say. It's better to burn out than to fade away. No, not that. Problem, solution. Alright? That's what it's about. Not, you find the problems in your existence and go, right, there's a whole bunch of things that are fucked. Problem, solution. Not problem, cry closet, my fucking personal pronouns, or fucky, fuckhead, fucktard, and fuckwit, now fuck off. No, none of that shit. Problem, solution. Remember that. Told you, everyday ambulance. He's behind me, he went that way. Oh, there we go. Decided to pull off the road. I was going to go straight, but I decided to pull off the road and make sure he's got room, because there's a whole bunch of other cars there around me. Yeah, ambulance every fucking day in this land, man. Every fucking day. I've proved them over and over and over again, haven't I? And a bottle of vodka still reels in. No, it doesn't. I overrode that because I'm in work mode. Yeah. Although the reception ain't that great, because I still haven't gotten around to making an aerial for this thing. The reception was good a few weeks ago. This is the radio station 93 FM Fukuoka. KBC radio. They had some Western stuff on earlier. The theme was Sunday. There's Sunday, bloody Sunday, and Sunday girl, Blondie, and all kinds of stuff about Sunday. And now they're on to Enka. Enka's beautiful stuff. The passion, man, the passion that they throw into it. Beautiful stuff. Alright. You know, like on New Year's, families sit by the TV and they put on these variety shows and all this Enka stuff. It's really fantastic, to be honest. It really is. Me being the freaking wild boy that I am, yeah, I'm really not exactly the type of person you look at and go, hey, he likes that sort of stuff. But honestly, it's fucking beautiful. Could have used better language, but hey. Alright, let's continue with this, shall we? Freaking champion level. Australia has a postal thing of 20 kilos max. Now, I know my scale was about 5 to 10 grams over what the digital scale they use, you know. And so I'm on just slightly shy of 20. So, and 20 kilos, yeah, in Australia. There used to be real men that were there, but yeah. So the post office there has a max. Generally around the world, max is 30 for postal services. Australia's max of 20. So there you go. I actually cut off a few pieces of this cardboard in order to make it happen. And there you go. All right, rock and freaking roll. Oh yeah. Whew. Let us get back to the ranch, and then we can watch the Supercross. Yeah, there we go. We have, I know that our Jet Lawrence, Hunter's back. He had to take a week off through injury. That's good, and he's back up to speed. He's just a second off he's in the top 10 for sure, and that's coming off injury. So he's about a second off the the fastest posted time that his younger brother Jet Lawrence posted, and I think Eli Tomac was just a few tenths of a second off Jet's time. So there's like 5 riders that are all in that time frame. Hey, there you are. Arigato. Yeah, there's like 5 riders, or maybe more, 6 riders or something like that are all in like just a few tenths of a second. So whether the course is that technical, I don't know yet. We'll have to check it out. But so we'll make for some interesting racing, that's for sure. Shit. Yeah, so Jet Lawrence, the Aussie, the phenom, the Australian phenom. And people are saying, you know, every now and then you get riders that are just gifted, you know, and this is one of them. And yeah, he's definitely gifted, and it's in this day and age with the 4 strokes and the technology of these motorcycles, and you know, like there's not that much difference in the bikes these days, and Jet's got something figured out there. Honda's back on top again, you know. It's been like years since Honda's like really shined, and they've got their Wonder Boy there. Hang on, let's see if I can crank up this one. Can't do it. Crank up that window. They got their Wonder Boy there that's shining for Honda, and he's like, when he came in for when he began his tour in the US, he did the same thing as Chav Reed did and other riders have. They go to Europe and ride for a year in Europe, and then head to the States and give that a go. And he was running like 3rd in the 250s, and he really, like, people started to really take notice. Hey, this Jet Lawrence kid, he's really bringing it, you know. And his family were humming and hawing and deciding whether to live in the States, and they threw everything they had into it. Unfortunately, a lot of families do that and homeschool their kids, and you know, it's that family orientated thing, and sometimes things just don't sort of pan out, or injuries or whatever it might be. It's a very expensive sport. And so they threw their lot in, and with his brother Hunter Lawrence, and they really proved that, hey, these guys are a force to be reckoned with, and in the top 10 in the you know, the best riders in the world, and now Jet's the guy, you know. So that's amazing. But other riders are like, no, I've still got something. Like Eli Tomac, you can see he's ticked off in the post-race, you know, briefings and all that. You know, you can see Eli often doesn't have a whole lot to say because he's pissed off. But I reckon, you know, I've been following Eli Tomac when I preferred him when he was in his Kawasaki days. Okay, I'm biased, I'm a Kawasaki guy, alright. And then he went to Blue. Yeah, he's like, I believe that Jet will retire Eli. Yeah, I believe he will. Eli Tomac will decide to, maybe not this year or the end of this year or whatever, but he'll eventually, it'll be Jet Lawrence that'll retire Eli Tomac. But he's just a couple of tenths of a second off, so he wants to win, you know. He's still got it, that's for sure, but that Achilles heel injury that he had, that really, you know, took a lot of wind out of his sails for a while there. And the injuries have messed up so many riders, haven't they? Like, you know, Ken Roxon, I never thought he'd come back as well as he did. it took years before, you know, that arm injury, that real bad accident he had, that bad crash he had. I don't think they're accidents, really. They're stupid enough to get out there and ride those bloody... I'm stupid enough to ride those things. But wow, I mean, what a wow life, you know, wow. Yeah, man. Alright. Well, nearly back at the ranch. It's real quiet at this time of night, so this is a Sunday night, yeah. There's a bump here. I know this road well. Alright, well, signing off. Yeah, well, I'll upload that stuff on tomorrow. I'll be... when I'm on my game kind of thing, but I might upload this nonsense and see how that goes while I'm watching the races.
In the worlds before Monkey, primal chaos reigned. Heaven sought order, but the phoenix can fly only when its feathers are grown.
So I guess the signing off message is that the concept of conquering alcoholism and even drug addiction will simply always be occupied. You know, you occupy yourself with other stuff and just be busy, be occupied, so your mind doesn't go on the beeline and go boom, you know. And if you haven't got anything to do, exercise is good. Reading stuff about dudes who have gone through all manner of terrible adversity, I suggest getting a tablet, and a second-hand one, no matter, or getting something that you can get free ebooks from the Gutenberg project. And they've got a whole slew, there's millions of stories, isn't there? They've got a whole slew of books on World War One, World War Two, all kinds of things, and the history of World War One, and just the poetry out of the trenches and all kinds of things like that. And yeah, you know what these dudes had to deal with, and just go and walk and just scroll and read, you know, and you can just read and walk at the same time with these things. And I follow this kind of this track thing they've got for like blind people, and that they can tap along, and so I keep that in the periphery, and I can read and walk at the same time. Fantastic. Yeah, and occupy yourself, you know, become a fan of Supercross and Motocross, you know, the things that those blokes do. God damn, and all that wholesome training and good food and yeah, training and food and good values, man. You know, they're what they put into their lifestyle, and it's not like wild boys of the 70s drinking beers and go out and race, you know, and scramblers and all. No, it's a real family orientated, wholesome sport. Become a fan, get to know who the riders are, and then you get really excited about it, you know. Yeah, get involved in things. Exercise, good proper food, and always be occupied, you know, so you don't wander into things, you know, that are a detriment. You look upon create a 5-year plan or some shit like that. Look upon the person that you dreamed that you could be, and just be that.
Elemental forces caused the egg to hatch. From it then came a stone monkey. The nature of monkey was irrepressible.